Welcome to ABC AdamBobrowConnect, the channel where you send me emails and I do my best to be helpful. Game time. First of all, I just wanted to let you know that I love your content. From the passionate commentary to the awesome snakes to the way you just connect with people of all culture and age in a truly amazing way, it's just inspiring. I personally play a bit of table tennis, and lately I've been working a bit on my game. I obviously love practicing snakes, and I've been getting pretty good at them. My one problem is that when I spin the ball, for example, to the left, my opponent can tell that it's spinning in that direction. This is because my paddle is on a sharp angle to get the left spin, so the ball always goes towards the left before it even bounces on the opponent's side. So I tried to keep my paddle flat, but I just cannot get the same spin. So is it supposed to be flat, and should I just work on the spin more? Or my paddle is supposed to be angled, and I need to practice making the ball go straight? And if you have any tips for snakes, I would love to hear. I know that you might not even have time to answer me, or at least thoroughly, and I would totally understand, would be truly elated if you do have the time. Thank you, 谢谢你, sincerely, Anonymous. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for your very kind words. I'm happy to hear that you've been inspired and hope that you can pay it forward, and I'm sure that you will inspire many others. It's one of my greatest passions in life is knowing, like, getting inspired and seeing others inspired. So I'm really happy to hear that. I'm also happy to hear that you've been working on your game and your snakes, and just know that I guess I've been doing snakes for a really long time, and I never really liked practicing. I play matches a lot. I don't warm up as much as I maybe should. I don't train almost at all, unless it's for someone else if they really want me to. Like a good friend needs some practice. But usually I like getting into the matches because for me, that's the mental challenge. You know, how can you outsmart your opponent? How can you trick your opponent? You know, this is the fun of competition, the challenge aspect, and I think I'm a pretty competitive person, despite the way it might appear in videos that I'm just playing for fun. I'm trying to enjoy myself, but I'm also trying to win. Anyway, you had some issues with the snake. So your issues, the ball starts moving to the left before it bounces and kicks to the left. Well, keeping your paddle or racket flat can be helpful, but you don't have to. As long as you brush it at a very different angle than, say, the ball's coming in. If the ball's falling straight down and you have your paddle or racket flat, then you've got a 90-degree angle. That's great. You can brush the ball. But you can try a lot of different angles, and you can also move it in a way where it pulls the ball to the right and has spin where it'll jump to the left. This can be very effective and mislead your opponent. So yeah, definitely don't rule out that possibility. Just try it. Try aiming for different spots on the table, and you can try it in matches, you can try it in practice, you can try it on your own. Try all of it. Eventually you'll have to practice it in matches so that you're comfortable to do it in matches. I think Timo Boll said you have to practice at full 100% so it's like a match, so that when you get to the match, you know what to do. Because a lot of people do things in practice, but they get easy balls in practice and they don't feel the pressure in practice. So practicing in matches is important too. There's a lot to be learned there. Yeah, the angle of the ball coming into the table, the trajectory, the height, the direction it moves before it bounces. The good news is there's an infinite amount of possibilities for the trajectory of the ball, the spin of the ball, the speed of the spin, and placement on the table. So, with all those different variables, you can get really creative. It's part of the reason I started doing underspin snakes, to make them kick harder so that they don't actually come off the back of the table, that they make a sharper turn. I hope that's helpful. I also made 2 videos, one that's a little basic called How to Snake, and the other called Snake My Breath Away, which is a really in-depth video to the theory behind the snake and what makes it very effective. So hopefully those details are really powerful and useful for you, and hopefully what I said in this video is also helpful and useful and will help you master the snake in a way that just baffles your opponents and becomes very effective for you whenever you're caught under the table or out of position, or just simply think that a snake would work well to get you a point. Alright, thanks again for all your kind words. Keep on practicing, and remember, it takes time and practice. It probably took me 15 years, and I was already at a decent level when I started doing the snake, but maybe about 15 years to get to where I am now. And the truth is, I'm still improving all the time. Still trying to think of new things. There's always room for improvement. So don't worry, just keep at it, and all the best to you.